Now let's come to the most important part, physiotherapy. And this is where you will lose most of your money if you do not find a good physiotherapist. In fact, in my case, I initially went to various physiotherapists who increased my RSI pain and didn't know much about what is the exact cause of RSI. Now there are various theories and there are various methods of treating RSI. Some people say that they get treated by acupuncture, but in my case I found acupuncture useless because I couldn't understand the theory behind acupuncture, and it was really costly and it didn't help me out at all. Instead, after 4 to 5 months, I found a good physiotherapist, and the reason I knew that he was a good physiotherapist was he was giving me a lot of pain in RSI. And that is one thing which I have read on various blogs, that the more pain your physiotherapist gives you, the better he is as a physiotherapist. Now the theory is, if you have RSI pain, not always the pain at a certain point is because there's a problem there. Sometimes the pain is also a referred pain. And the referred pain means the cause is somewhere else, but it's paining somewhere else because of some pressure on your nerves. For example, I had pain on this side of my wrist when I was typing. And my physiotherapist told me that it is because somewhere a nerve in my hand was pinched because of something called as a trigger point. Now a trigger point is a knot that forms in your muscle, and I could not exactly understand the reason why it forms, but my physiotherapist said that if you drink less water, have more coffee or smoke, I don't, but if you do so, then it increases the knots in your muscle. And in fact, if you do not exercise regularly, then your muscles become weak and there are knots formed in them, and those small knots can be felt. In fact, I could feel them myself in my hand. And what my physiotherapist used to do was, with his thumb, he used to put pressure on them, and he would call it a trigger point therapy, and he would, after pressing them for 2 to 3 days, I could feel that they are resolved and the pain was not there. So that's trigger point therapy. Find muscle knots where they are and remove them, because muscle knots put pressure on nerves, and those nerves give you referred pain somewhere else in your body. So if you have RSI pain somewhere, make sure that you find a physiotherapist who knows about all these things. In fact, who knows how to treat these things. In India, there is an institute called Recoup, which treats RSI problems by doing trigger point therapy, and I found my physiotherapist there, and his name was Dr. Sanjeev Kumar. I'll share his contact number at in the description of this video, and you can contact him to at least discuss your problem with him. And the good thing about the physiotherapist is that he doesn't charge you until you feel good. And at least I found a lot of people who were cheat and who took my money and they didn't treat me, whereas this was a good physiotherapist who didn't take money from me till I said, yeah, I'm feeling good. And that's the good thing about this. Along with physiotherapy, I realized that with physiotherapy the muscles become sore, because the physiotherapist will put so much pressure on them that when the trigger point is removed, they become sore. So I had to come back to my home, and I used this hot pack to reduce the soreness in my muscles, so that the next day they do not pain. And also I'm going to talk about in the next video the exercises which I did along with this physiotherapy, so that my muscles could become stronger.